Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of the Gradient Link Pastel Edition. Back with Jogsaw, Tyrannical Terror, Passive Possum, and Steven for our next heist episode. The team where we had last left off was standing in the middle of the Saffron City Mall and had devised a plan to get to infiltrate the Saffron City Gym, get some information that would help them out with their first job, which is to steal that gym leader's prize Pokemon. It would be Madeline who would go into an unsuspecting battle with the gym leader, and Upton would see what he could find behind the scenes. While what was the role of Ashton Firth and Durst? That was another thing. Was Durst decided he had a plan, and we dramatically left off as to what that plan could be. So
Team
let's
Firth
pick
was
up
going
with
to
that.
be on lookout.
Yeah, Ashton Firth was going to be lookout. Durst. Let's talk about that plan first. What does Durst do?
He ominously looked at the pet shop.
Durst is gonna stride into the pet shop.
Okay. You'll
Okay,
see
right now?
you'll see that there is bright lights in here. It's not like dark and neon lit like the rest of the mall is, but in here it's actually pretty bright. Lots of light and stuff for the Pokemon. There are people going in and out. There's large open door like any other mall suite would have. In entering, you will see an array of Pokemon. Some in bird cages, some in like the top open glass containers, like where they would have like puppies and stuff like that. And you'll see two different types of birds, several other four-legged pets. I guess another type of bird. They've got lizards in here. They've got a snake and a hermit crab type Pokemon. And a nice young woman will approach you. She's wearing a blue smock. Got her a name tag. Her name is Tracy, and Tracy will introduce herself and ask how she can help you today.
Yeah, there, Tracy. I'm looking for a friend for my little Rockruff here. Holds
She'll
up.
look she'll look at Winona and just immediately beam. Oh, she's so cute. And what type of friends does Winona here like? And she's gonna be like scratching underneath Winona's chin. One of Winona's eyes will just drift off to the side, and she'll be panting.
Well, I'm thinking it looks over at the clear open top. Maybe one of them critters right there.
Oh, these are Lillipups, and she's gonna pick one up. The tiny puppy Pokemon with brownish fur.
That is adorable. Say, can I roll a can I roll a perception of some sorts to perhaps spy a price anywhere or
I won't even. It won't be a perception. It'll be pretty out in the open. It's each Lillipup is 2,700 Poké Dollars.
in the back of Horace's mind, I have $2.
I like, I like his internal monologue.
Thank, thank you. It happens a lot in real life as well.
In that
Mm.
specific voice?
No further questions, please.
All right. Well, she'll be holding the Lillipup and sort of telling you some things about it, saying that it's a great friend for other Pokemon. It gets along with a lot of them. These Pokemon are extremely loyal. Giving you the whole spiel of for trying to sell this Pokemon. And what is it that you do now knowing the price?
I'm gonna nod my head and I'm gonna say, let me mull over that price. In fact, let me do a little bit of looking around. Might have missed something my first go round.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So walking around. You will see they do have Pokemon food. They have enrichment items like toys and whatnot, collars, other accessories. Um,
So what
and
I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be browsing the Pokemon enrichment, but in the back of my head, I'm going to be thinking about that snake enclosure and how I perhaps could get it open without anyone noticing.
okay, okay. So looking over at the snake's terrarium, you will see this snake that has almost coiled itself into a knot around its neck, and it's just laying there lazy on some sand and under a heating lamp. You'll see that on top of the enclosure, it has one of those wire mesh cage tops,
Hmm.
and it's the only snake they have in the store. Is just this one.
Looks up. How is the security here?
Not super high. I
This
would
is
say that the most secure thing is probably that like metal sweet cage that they get have in malls. You know the one like the metal door.
Mhm. I'm mostly I know this is going off the 80s, but that was before my time, and I don't know how cameras function back in
They
that.
they did have cameras and CCTV, um, but I will say this one probably doesn't have it. I will say the mall has it, but this store in particular does not. It's a pretty small business.
I think we established earlier in the last session when I was trying to break into somewhere that not everywhere has cameras and it's only the
Yeah,
higher end businesses.
yeah, like banks, jewelry stores would have it. Um,
So what I'm gonna do is something that no self-respecting pet owner should do. I'm gonna sit Winona down and I'm gonna look away. And I'm gonna let Winona do what Winona does best.
you're gonna hear
Which
a
is
thud and then a little bit of some tearing.
I'm gonna walk away because I'm hoping she'll get to the squeaky toy section.
Um, you'll hear quick chowing as Winona has torn her way into a pet food bag and is eating through it. And you'll walk away, and
Head
you
of
will see
head.
Tracy head over in that direction as you're heading towards the snake enclosure.
All right. Have I been noticed?
I'll say no.
I'm gonna take a second, take my boot knife out, and then what I'm gonna do is I am gonna try and do I see the wiring for the heat lamp?
Yes.
What I would like to try to do is either unplug the heat lamp and jostle aside the metal grate so that it's no longer warm and it has a way to slither out of its enclosure.
Okay. This part I will have you roll a stealth check for.
All right. Oof.
hmm.
Yeah, not very high. We're gonna say that Tracy just has normal perception. So
Of
yeah,
course.
Ooh,
as you reach over to try and let Winona, or as you reach over to try and cut the heat lamp, Tracy will turn and see that you have drawn a knife, um, and you're reaching for the heat lamp. She's going to shout at you, "What are you doing?"
I cut the heat lamp.
Okay, you will cut the heat lamp,
That
and
works. Half a lamp.
you'll see that she's going to run back towards the counter.
I start making my way.
just calling the cops.
Putting the silent alarm.
I make my way back over to Tracy.
You'll
I'm
walk
about
back.
I'm about to menacingly knife brandished. I'm about to use every ounce of
Jesus!
this intimidate skill.
Okay.
And how is this plan supposed to help?
I'm
She'll
gonna
How does help in any way?
she'll grab the phone and she goes to dial, and that's when you'll arrive at the counter. At
but
this
I
point,
will
a couple other people in the store have like fled. They ran out.
Hmm.
excellent.
What?
You know,
What?
this is my plan that has gone awry. You should do what you guys need to do rather fast while I'm causing a distraction.
We can't. The DM hasn't looked over to our scene. We're stuck in place while this is going down.
You're already gonna cause a distraction
Yeah.
when
So
with the gym battle.
you were told, you
Yeah.
guys were told by Durst, I have a plan, and then you just walked away. So what did you guys
just
do in
walked
response
into
to
the
that? I
pet
guess.
store. You're like, okay. Does,
I was just gonna
where
kind of
does this
watch this.
fit into our plan? Do we just go? Go? 'Cause I kind of already signed up while you guys were in there. I think I just need to.
So
Um,
actually, Madeline, whenever you went to go sign up, you will be told that there is a 2 Pokemon minimum to participate.
up to,
Yes.
do you trust me with Scoop?
Do you trust Scoop to not die immediately?
It will
If
tell you that
all goes according to plan, he will not even come out.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say you guys would know at least enough that they would be able to tell whose Pokemon is whose, and it's almost like a sportsman-like thing for the league that you wouldn't use other people's Pokemon. Because if you could just borrow someone's Pokemon and use it in a battle, you could have your gym leader brother be like, "Hey, bro, give me your 2 Pokemon, and I'm gonna go challenge a gym somewhere." You know, so it has to be your Pokemon.
So that means that we need to go catch some
Would have been really helpful to know, like
before Justin
ages
got and held up the
ago.
pet store.
You guys will get that
Chris God.
information, walk out of the gym, and you see Durst holding a knife towards the clerk of the pet store lady.
Like,
Um.
oh, jeez.
So
Here we
some
go.
somehow today I'm feeling sneakier than I did yesterday. Do you want to just
Ashton
brute
Firth,
force this?
in
Because I
your
don't think this is going to work.
lookout, you do see that Durst has brandished a weapon in the pet store.
And I think that will be our new distraction.
I guess.
Awesome.
I mean, is it drawing people out of the gym?
Not yet. No, no one has been contacted just yet. It's been like 2 or 3 seconds, long enough for him to draw it and rush over to the counter.
Well, our old plan has sort of fallen apart because there's no way we're gonna be able to get another Pokemon into my party before Durst starts threatening people.
You'll see that one of the people who was fleeing the pet store is heading towards the gym.
I guess we're just gonna let this happen and have a new distraction.
I'm gonna follow this person that's fleeing to the gym, just kind of be like, acting like it's like this person knows where to go that's safe.
I'm just gonna shrug and start
I guess.
walking to where I was gonna send Upton.
Oh,
Okay. We'll cut back to Durst then. Durst, you've got the knife pointed at Tracy, and what do you do?
So, how's the phone looking?
What do you mean?
You said she was reaching for a phone line, right?
Yeah, she's got the receiver in her hand, and she was ready to dial, and that's when you made it to the counter.
He used heat lamp cutting abilities to cut the phone cord.
I hate that inside joke. Hate that inside joke so much. I what Durst is gonna do
It could
is
be worse. I could have called you a poor little meow meow.
please don't do this to me. Is Durst is going to just I would like to make an intimidation check and like actually, I think I have a move. Can I use yeah, because I can use Leer, I think. Or intimidating presence. Yeah, I know the move Leer.
Mm-hmm.
Can I perhaps use the move Leer as a form of intimidation to
It's got
perhaps
in a social situation like this where it's not battle going on, it has to be your intimidation skill.
gotcha. I'm still gonna leer at her and I'm gonna slowly reach my hand out, the one that doesn't have the knife, and I'm just gonna like I imagine it's like a rotary phone.
No, no, not that old. No, they've got buttons. Um, it's like one of those old beige spiral corded phones.
Then
With the loud
keeping
clacky buttons.
keeping heavy eye contact with her, I'm gonna reach out my hand and I'm just gonna grab
Oh, wait, wait,
the
wait. One of the things in the 80s was fun phone designs. So we will say, Steven, what fun phone does this pet store have?
god.
Oh,
A fate has been placed into your hands.
fun.
Yeah. Like you seen like the football phones and stuff and the
Garfield
cheeseburger
phone.
phones. Yeah, Garfield phone.
Um, it looks like one of those little like roll along toys that has the face on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there's like this very childish phone that sort of juxtaposes the seriousness of the situation as you're holding a knife to her. Make your um, make your intimidation check. 11. Okay. Yeah, she'll be pretty intimidated, and you're just holding out your hand to her while you're doing this.
No, what
Like,
I'm doing is I'm reaching out and I'm gonna grasp the phone cord and I'm just gonna unplug it and I'm just gonna slowly shake my head.
Reach over and unplug the phone?
her bottom lip will begin to quiver as she's terrified at this point, and you'll hear the deep gravelly growl of Winona as she's come over to help you. At this point, Upton, the person that you were following into the gym, as they burst through the door, they're going to say, "Someone get the gym leader! There's someone robbing the pet store!"
Oh,
I'm not really gonna say anything. I'm gonna act like I was just dashing in alongside him, trying to look for help.
Okay. You will see a the little assistant, the receptionist, is going to get up from their table and rush towards the back, where you'll see an office. Um, and in this time, what do you do?
Are there any other like exits to this room?
There will be an exit off to the right. Like if you go forward about center of the room and then take a right, there's an exit out that way too.
All right, so I'm going to. I imagine that'll take me to like a hallway or something. So I'm gonna try and dash through that room on the right, or dash through
Nope.
that door on the right.
Okay, you'll just be on
And
the other side of the gym. It's like a corner inside the mall.
gotcha. Do I see anything interesting? Basically, I'm trying to investigate, sort of under the guise of looking for help.
What you'll see in here is a workout studio. You'll see a little
Right.
bit of you will see a ring, like a boxing ring that you can assume to be what they use for the arena of the battle. But other than that, it's pretty much like a traditional gym. You've got weightlifting equipment, but this is more like an aerobic studio. So you've got medicine balls, you have the exercise balls. yoga mats and stuff like that. And in the actual gym, you're going to see that there are these ponyta that have very colorful hair. To you guys outside the game, these are Galarian ponyta. They've got little leg warmers on their hoofs, and you'll see that there is a Hitmonchan punching a punching bag, and there's a Snorlax doing sit-ups. The Galarian ponyta seem to be helpers in the gym, and they bring around little bottles of water to everybody.
Very cute.
So I'm gonna kind of dash around looking hectic and were these things be able to understand me?
I would say so. Yeah, because
It's like
most wild Pokemon can understand human speak
Yeah.
in the Pokemon world.
So I'm just gonna dash over and just be like, you guys know where gym leader or anyone that can battle is? We've got a situation outside. We need some help. Can you point me to where like anyone would be?
You'll see that in that time that you're asking, the other person is already the receptionist is running to one of the back offices to get that help.
Yep.
So in a moment, another person will emerge, and it'll be the exact description that Jimmy gave you. A taller woman. She's got dark skin. She wears an aerobics uniform with like tights, and she wears the unitard over the tights, and then a pair of underwear over that unitard. She's got leg warmers, um, these fuzzy bracelets, a little bit of a sweatband, and her hair is huge, like all over the place.
Nice.
And she is going to begin sprinting in your direction. We'll cut back to Madeline and Ashtonford at this time. See, what are you guys doing at this time?
So the receptionist just like darted into the back area, sort of, right?
Yeah, it looks like there's some sort of office at the back of that room that Upton had entered.
From where I'm standing, is there any like hiding spaces I can see through the door that I can like duck into behind her?
Well,
This is
let
gonna be
me
real risky, but
show you.
Oh yeah, this would definitely. Okay, yeah, that would
oh,
definitely.
there we go.
That would definitely help.
And this part that looks like a sidewalk, imagine that just to be the inside walking area of the gym, or of the mall. And then the main gym part is one of the studios within the mall.
Gotcha. Right, so I'm just thinking where I would be.
The receptionist probably would have ran back there. Upton, let me grab your token. I'll throw you where you're at.
All right.
So you would have came in through this front area here.
Yep.
And talked to the receptionist that would have been sitting at these front tables right as soon as you walked in. Madeline, you would have been out there. You can move yourself anywhere you'd like outside.
I'd probably dash to about here-ish or so. Just like help.
Okay.
So then yeah.
And then Ashton,
This is the actual gym battle area, right?
I'm sorry, say again.
This is the actual gym battle
Yes.
area, right?
Yep, that's the
Okay.
arena. And then Ashton, what would you be doing in this time? You and Madeline.
How many people are like inside this arena area, or is it
So
cleared out because of the commotion?
So inside the gym, there's actually, I would probably say like 5 or 6 people who aren't the receptionist, and then there's the receptionist and the gym leader. So I'd say about 8 people inside.
Ashton Firth is just kind of gonna stroll in, take a seat over here, like nothing's wrong.
All right. And Madeline, how about you?
I'm gonna follow in behind him, I guess. Trying to figure out what we're gonna do here.
Okay. Cutting over to Durst. You'll
Make a commotion,
hear
make a commotion, make a commotion.
you'll hear a door open from across the walkway. This door opening is one of the people fleeing the pet store entering the gym. That'll be where we are with you right now. You've unplugged the phone. You shook your head. What do you do now?
Well, my job here is done.
What?
Okay,
I
you're
don't
gonna run.
think it is.
Uh,
You didn't. What were you trying to do?
so as I'm making my way out of the store, I'm gonna reach into one of the open top cages. I'm gonna grab a random Pokemon.
Okay, all right. Would it be, just so I know, would it have been the same enclosure that you saw the Lillipup from?
Um, whatever I can, for the sake of speed and ease, you can say it's that if you wish. If not, I was just gonna grab something on my way out.
Okay, we're gonna roll a d4. Roll me a d4.
All right, let me bring out the die.
Boom. Okay. Durst, as you grab this Pokemon, you're going to be flooded with the same memories you just had last night, as the Pokemon that you have grabbed is a Skitty.
God, Arceus, damn it! I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start walking faster. I'm gonna tuck the Skitty into my poncho, and I'm gonna whistle for Winona. We're gonna make our way out of here.
All right, Winona is going to be trotting off behind you, and you'll. Well, let's do a standard stealth to see how well you can try and disappear.
Right.
Good roll, good roll. So with a 9, yeah, you'll slip away into the crowd, and at about that time is when the gym leader is going to burst out of the gym and rush over to the pet store, which Tracy is crying and struggling to put the phone line back in the phone, because she's shaking so badly. And
Jeez.
we'll cut to the rest of you who are inside the gym right now.
Yeah, and the gym leader left.
Yeah.
And there's still people in here though.
Yes.
I need to figure out a way for them to go away.
The receptionist is still in the gym. You can try and sneak past them, yes. They would be probably at the front doors where you guys entered. Back over here. They're probably looking out through the window at that.
Is the entrance to the office over here?
It is over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm just
walk
gonna
over because
try
like
and
I'm fully committed to
sneak in there.
I'm fully committed to being trying to be like fog of war. So it's like I'm gonna kind of run up beside the receptionist, kind of watching out the window. It's like what's going on? What's going on?
Okay.
Running interference.
As I will say, Madeline. Oh, hold on. The screen I was on ended. Okay, got it. Madeline, go ahead and roll me your stealth, and I'm gonna give you, Upton. What is your guile rank?
My guile is whatever 4 is.
Okay,
Oh wow.
I'll give you a plus
You're
one
that.
to. I'll give you +1 to your roll, Madeline.
Okay. Oh.
Nice, 15. Yeah, like a shadow, slip into that office. What exactly are you looking for, or is the answer just anything?
Okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
check her debt. Oh. I was gonna check her desk to see if I could find like any Pokeballs or anything that might look interesting that I can properly read over later.
Okay. So in her desk, you won't find her Pokeballs, but you will find a planner. It does seem like her entire schedule is mapped out here. All of the classes that she runs, you did know that she's an aerobics instructor, so you do have her class times, recent gym battles like win losses, um, general gym funds like keeping track of money and everything. You'll find business papers pretty much.
Does it say anything about her team? Like, can I infer from any information on this what her prize Pokemon is?
You will glean that her prize Pokemon that she considers from what you can tell as far as like the main Pokemon on her team goes, it's something that goes by the name Phobos. You don't know what it is.
Just a quick check. There's still chaos going on outside, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna look around the room and see if I can find like any Pokeballs. That's specifically what I'm looking for. I already looked for like papers and stuff.
You won't find any Pokeballs, but roll me a perception check.
Okay. My perception is very mediocre. Okay.
That's good enough. You'll see on the wall a picture that has a plaque underneath it, and it will be of Simone Richards whenever she was first starting out. And it says Simone and Phobos, and the Pokemon that she has with her is an Abra.
Okay. Thought this was a fighting type gym. Okay. I'm gonna nod and slink my way back out here before I get caught.
Okay. With your 15 stealth, yeah, you'll slither right back out. Ashton, you've just been sitting over there, legs crossed, sort of watching it all, keeping your lookout duties. And you'll see that Madeline will walk out of the office, give a slight nod, and Upton, you'll see that the gym leader is walking back with a crying pet store employee as they're going to pull down the cage to the shop and then begin walking over to the gym. It seems like the gym leader is giving her a safe place to go. Gym leader will enter and they'll lead the woman out to the office. And what do you guys do from here?
So Upton is still like pretending to be startled right now, right?
Yes. Yes, I am very much trying to mask myself in whatever chaos is going on.
Sort of gesture towards him to Ashton first. Say, I've got something. I think this is what we need. We can
Do so.
go ahead and get out of here and make sure that Durst is not killing anybody.
Which is a fair assumption. Let us leave.
I'll see them
Okay.
leaving and just be like, all right, well, seems like he's under control, so have a good day to the receptionist, and I'm gonna kind of just slink off.
Okay. The three of you will leave. Do you exit the mall or do you regroup in the mall?
Do we see Durst anywhere?
You do not.
I guess we should go find him.
Should we go find him or should we just wait for him?
Hey, you guys.
No, actually, the last time we waited on him, he got Yeah, no, okay. Let's go find him.
I was
heard Jimmy.
wondering where
Heard
you
Jimmy.
guys went.
Hey there, Jimmy. What's up?
Yeah, we were just taking care of things.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was trying to show Durst the movie, but he like ran off on me. You guys see him?
Oh, so you haven't seen him either.
No, no, no. Last time I saw him, he got all distracted and asked me how a picture can move.
Wait, weren't we supposed to get
So
something out of a locker in the gym or something?
movies have been around for like 100 years. Okay. Oh yeah, a
Yes,
locker. Well,
yes, you
no,
are.
he has the code
Yeah,
and the number.
Like I got the code just ran off into the crowd.
I would like to remind you that I gave that piece of paper to Jimmy to look over. You all have seen it. Casual reminder over.
Yeah, I'll say it'd be reasonable that like if that was your plan to come over here, you guys would know the locker number and the code.
Fair enough.
I mean, I guess we'll go get the package.
Mm-hmm.
And we should really look for him though. I don't understand. How did he disappear? He's like not a small guy.
Fog of war, I guess. Lost
Okay.
himself in the chaos.
Huh. Let's go find that locker and maybe he'll be there.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you guys are heading back into the gym.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, oh, sorry, we've got something.
Okay. All right, you'll head
Sorry, I
in.
left my coat in here.
You'll see the lockers are back here, back left. And heading in there, you'll find the locker with that you're looking for. Put in the code, and inside will be a small black box. Got a latch on the front and another lock as well. Probably
So,
like I don't know, like 8 inches across, maybe 4 inches deep.
I'm not even touching it. I'm not getting my fingerprints on it. I'm not. Honestly, I'm not even looking at it. Like I'm looking slightly off to the left of it.
All right, so who's taking it?
Just gonna wait for them.
does any of us have gloves on?
I mean, I have the gloves for my uniform.
One second. I am bad at names. Give me 2 seconds.
Ashton, would you take it?
I specifically described it as a tuxedo jacket, black turtleneck, cotton gloves, and dress slacks.
I think Ashton has like a handkerchief or something.
Yes, he does actually. He'll go ahead and take it with his handkerchief.
Okay. So
Keep the
taking it,
fingerprints off it.
wrapping it up, and then putting it away, you all will leave the locker room and exit the gym.
Yeah.
After leaving the area and going along with Jimmy, you'll find Durst. Durst, where would you have gone after disappearing into the crowd?
So I would have probably, with my experienced background in banditry, I would have already vacated the premises.
Okay. Would you be outside, sort of like circling the area, or
I will be skulking in a viewpoint outside of the mall, possibly in some sort of side alley, just waiting for them to leave so that I can skulk back in and rejoin.
all right? And it'll be exactly that. As you guys step outside, you begin looking for Durst. Walking down the street, he will suddenly rejoin your troop.
Oh, there you are. Where'd you go?
What was the plan there, and did it succeed?
Window shopping.
Wrong. Keep moving.
Holds up Skitty. Shopping.
Oh, I didn't take you for a cat person.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, we got your package. Oh no, hang on. We got the thing so
Excellent.
that you don't die. Oh, we also got. I have not shown you guys this yet. A schedule and the name of her Pokemon.
Awesome. Did you have anything else that would be like? Do we know what kind Pokemon it is, or is it just
I saw a picture of it. It was an Abra named
interesting?
Phobos.
Wait, it's an Abra. Can I use my Pokemon education to maybe suss some things out about that?
Define suss some things out.
Why is a psychic type at a fighting type gym?
You were never told it was a fighting type gym. That was your team's assumption.
Oh, so it's a psychic type gym.
You were never told it was a psychic type gym.
Well, no, but she got an Abra.
They were told it was an Abra.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Abra, so makes me think it's a psychic type gym.
We only have psychic types. Oh, well, we have Winona and Greggy,
Hmm.
and I guess now Skitty.
And I wish I caught that Purloin.
I wish I didn't have my head
What?
on like a poster for the mafia.
What Purloin?
The one that I tried to catch.
One that I took the rap
What?
for.
What happened? Why couldn't you catch it?
He was not good at battling and moving on.
He's just like Spoop ain't very good.
It's gonna be very good. I ain't much better. Let's just move
Kinda
on. From
dumb.
this.
Yeah. Okay, well, we have her entire day schedule, so I think this is gonna make her life a lot easier.
Indeed.
And we at least know that she has an Abra.
Does it seem like there are any
We
like
also have some stats on previous battles, so if we actually want to fight her, we have some knowledge.
That's a good point. Does he have any like? Does anything seem like an important event kind of written down in there? Like has like a lot of time blocked out, or seems like there's a lot of emphasis on in that little book.
You won't see that there's like a lot of time blocked out, but it does look like the gym closes at 5. Definitely an 8 to 5 sort of operation. In that
Gotcha.
off time, from what you can gather, Simone Richards bounces between Pokemon Ranger work and local police officer work. So they work in law enforcement as well as being a gym leader.
We still need to do this before we leave town to go drop off drugs. We should recoup and try and figure out what we can use this information on.
Okay.
Probably.
I would say at this point, because you guys got up at noon, walked all the way to the mall, walked around the mall for quite a while, and then that whole debacle happened. I'd probably say it's about quitting time for the gym. I would say it's about 5 o'clock.
Should return later tonight and see if she still has, or if she still leaves her Pokemon here.
Yeah, we could because there are a couple of windows on the east side for in pointing into her office. It looks like might be able to get a peek.
All right.
So I guess we want to just hang around until then.
Yeah. We're gonna wait until all the people clear out and then go back.
So, Durst, that skitty that you've got with you is kind of unruly, getting uncomfortable, being stuffed in your coat pocket. You can feel it keeps trying to claw you.
I will bring it out, hold it by the scruff, and I'm going to use one of my class features.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I have Beastmaster. I can use Intimidate instead of Command to make a Pokemon at 0 or 1 loyalty obey my commands.
All right. Well, let's see.
All right. I just roll the. Oh, it's an edge. Okay, it's not a feature. It's an edge.
Okay.
I still roll it as per normal, right?
Yeah, you'll just roll your Intimidate.
And then. Boop.
Jeez.
Oh boy.
22,
Settle
almost
Oh my
down.
god.
almost a maxed out roll. The skitty immediately is going to shrink, legs close to its body, ears down, and it's going to stop moving just entirely. It's going to try and make itself as small as possible.
That's more like it. And I'm gonna start like rubbing one side of its head. I'm gonna learn this thing good.
Jesus.
That is.
We're not playing good people.
I know. There's
Yeah,
being
I
there's
guess
being a bad guy,
not.
then there's being a bad guy. I said last time.
You're maybe a bad guy, but you're not a bad guy.
And just this time you kind of are.
All right.
We're
So
still allowed to have strong moral codes about certain things, just not like crime.
Anywho, moving
I'm
on.
gonna name
Yeah.
this Pokemon Irma.
all right.
Okay.
So the
I'm
rest of you,
glaring at him.
in this time that you're wanting to wait, and are you wanting to wait until nightfall or when?
Whatever it
I
is.
was just gonna wait until it was dark out and there was no sound.
Okay, so super late. Like we're talking like mall is closed nighttime.
There's people still in the mall when we try to break into the gym. They're gonna see us.
Okay. All right. What would you want to do in that meantime then? You have a couple of things you could do. There's still the matter of exploring the city, maybe try to earn some money, get some gear for this ice. You know, you haven't come up with a method as to how you're going to pick that lock into getting in, or various methods of sneaking in. You have no tools.
Oh,
You could try and go get more Pokemon.
I mean, I guess I'll explore the city and try and look for Pokemon.
Okay. Ashton first. Upton.
Has the gym already closed? Like, is it past 5 o'clock now?
I would say it's nearing 5 o'clock, and with what you can tell, they may be staying a little later past 5, just because they've got to take down the report of everything that happened from Tracy. So they're still in the gym. Mall is still very active as well.
He's just gonna mill around the entrance to the gym and see if he can see the gym leader as she leaves for the day.
Okay. We'll get to you in just a moment then, Upton. What?
There was a Photoshop around the mall,
Yes,
right?
there's a
Is it
photo
still open?
studio. I'd say yeah.
I'm kind of wanting to make somebody see if I can chat up the owner, kind of be like, hey, can I hang around? Maybe, take some pictures, just kind of,
It's gonna be
for.
a very, very elderly woman.
Mhm.
I'm talking like that stereotype in anime, or that
Yep.
trope in anime where their eyes basically can't open.
Yep.
That old. She's going to have a shawl over her, wearing a dress down past her knees. And as you enter, she'll have just taken a picture um, for a family, and they'll step aside. She's got one of those ancient cameras. Like I'm talking like one of the ones that you have to like pull over your head
Mhm.
and pull the thing to do the flash. And thing is massively wide, has like that accordion front to it.
Uh-huh.
You know the camera I'm talking about? She's got one
Yep.
of those that she's taking pictures with.
Oh man.
Whenever you enter, she'll have just taken the picture and step out after brushing herself off and say, "I'll be right with you there, Sonny."
No
Walk
problem.
over to the counter. She's got an old, like, solid iron cash register with the typewriter keys and be pushing all those, and then ring up the family and have them leave. And she'll say, "Have you come to have your picture taken?"
Not quite. I was mainly seeing if you need a work done. I'm a practice photographer. Photos for news articles, interviews, headshots. There's like, if you need any work, or if I could just hang, if you'd be offended if I were to just hang around and grab some pictures. Trying to
You're
grab a little
looking
money. I'm kind of shortchanged right now.
you're looking for a job. Yes, the market is quite hard for people of our profession. I do agree. Well, I do think I have a thing or two for you to do. You see, there is a very highly esteemed museum owner who runs the museum upstairs, and he is looking for wildlife photography, and he has commissioned me to do so. But my equipment is a little dated, and I don't think I could really get out and about with this thing and snap the pictures I need to before the critters get away. If you could pull in 5 photos of any Pokemon and bring them back, I'm sure I could reward you.
Awesome. I think I could do that just fine.
Thank you, son. Thank you. She'll like bow a little bit.
Oh, bow back to her is like, not a problem, man. Thank you very much. I will get back to you once I have those. How late are you open?
Well, I usually stay a little past 6 o'clock and then I have my dinner. This is also my apartment.
Okay. Sounds good. If I don't get to it today, I'll try to get to it in the next day or so,
Thank you, son.
depending. But yeah, I can help you out, and it's mainly just like I like I like taking pictures of weapons. Like, cool, I can make some money to get some equipment and get pictures. So like, win-win.
All right, sounds good.
I'll kind of
We'll switch over to Ashton. Ashton, you were sitting out in front of the gym. Um, I'll say you picked up a newspaper, one of the free to read newspapers, and sat down at a bench or something and watching the gym. And eventually, you will see um, all of the patrons have left. The receptionist is going to exit with the gym leader and Tracy, and Tracy's going to be thanking Simone again, and Simone will lock up shop and then leave for the night. And you will see. Actually, do me a perception check, and we'll see if you do see this.
Okay.
Yes. All right. With a 12, you are going to see that that the gym leader has um, all 6 Pokemon on her belt as of current.
Okay.
Yeah. Knowing what you do know that she goes out for law enforcement work whenever she's not running the gym.
Gotcha.
Does she sleep?
Yeah. I mean, she sleeps. Yeah.
Is the mall pretty empty by this point?
No. Right at this point, we're still right around that 5 o'clock area. So it's still quite daytime as of current.
Okay. Um, which direction does she go?
Um,
And does the receptionist follow?
I will say that the receptionist does not follow, and Simone probably just heads for the front doors. She has a gym bag with her.
Okay. I'm going to follow from quite a ways back, just to kind of see where she heads off to.
Okay. Right. Yeah. You'll follow off behind this one. I will require you a stealth check for because this is a gym leader.
Okay. Ugh.
She won't notice you.
Hey.
Yeah. You'll just exit out of the gym and begin heading into the city. Do you continue to follow, um, leaving your party behind?
Is she like walking down some like? Are there a lot of like pedestrians around?
Yeah, yeah. It's still daytime. You know, it's evening. Everybody's just gotten off work, so I would actually argue that this may be one of the busiest times of the day.
Okay. I'll leave it there and I'll regroup with everyone else then.
Okay. All right. Madeline, what are you doing to kill your time?
I guess I'm just looking around. I'm trying to find out if there's anything for me to do, and also, just generally looking for Pokemon.
All right. All right. So roll a. I will let you choose either a perception check or a Pokemon education check to search for
Probably going to
Pokemon.
be Pokemon education.
Nice,
All
nice.
right.
So with a 15, yes, you will. You'll know where to look. You'll know some of the habitats of the city for these Pokemon. Um, you'll find a little spider Pokemon. It's green, got a bunch of spots on it, big, pretty eyes, and hanging out atop a tree branch, one of those city trees that are planted on the sidewalk. Up in one of those, you'll find a a fountain outside the mall. There are some ducklet there, um, some Rattata here and there. One you will find is a easily recognizable. You'll see a Pichu. Pichu is seems to be eating out of a trash can, and you'll bump into as you're walking down the street um, a tree. You're like, I really need to take care of this thing because it's growing over into the sidewalk. You look down and there's not a plot of dirt for this tree to be growing out of.
I'm going to try and walk around the tree, notably not looking at it as I do. Like, oh god, that's okay, interesting.
Okay, you'll walk around the tree just fine, but you'll hear a little bit of a shimmy from behind you, like, as if the wind blew through its branches.
I turn around and look at it.
The tree's branches are in the opposite place of where they were whenever they were going around. There was like one branch that was going up high, and then the other branch was going down low. And the one on that was going high was on the left as you were walking at it, and as you turn around, you're going to see that the one that was low before is now high.
That's odd that it would change. Uh, take note of this. Do I have water on me?
I'm gonna say no. You haven't bought any
Hmm.
fresh water. You will see, whenever you like look at the tree. You don't know if it's a case of pareidolia or not, but there's these tiny little beady eyes staring down at you, and what looks like could be like eyebrows that are furrowed forward, and this weird, creepy smile.
I get noticeably creeped out, like pull my jacket in a little bit closer and start to back away before turning away from the tree and
Okay,
continuing walking.
you continue walking, and you won't have any further weird instances with the tree.
Okay, I'll go back to where I saw the spider Pokemon.
Okay, you'll circle back around, and there will be that spider. It seems to be wrapping up something with a web, some sort of prey that it's caught.
Dang it, I was gonna try and lure it down with food. Hmm. Is there Would you normally let me try and sort of tame a Pokemon through non-battle means?
Yes.
Okay.
That is what I tried to do with that Purloin. It just didn't work.
Yeah, and then you punched a car.
I didn't punch it. Scoop did.
Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna do this just because I know that I'm gonna be bad at it and it's gonna be funny. I'm gonna try and climb the tree.
Okay. Roll an athletics check.
Oh, athletics. Okay, I was expecting survival. Very middle of the road.
You will struggle to get up the tree, but you will pull yourself onto the first branch. Finally, some people are looking at you weird as they walk by because you're just climbing one of the city trees, and you'll get up in there, and that Spinnerack is going to turn to you and look defensive. Hey, no. Actually, never mind. That's not what the. It's going to look curious. It's going to look, almost giving you a look of what are you doing up here.
Why are you in my house?
I'm gonna be out of breath, hey buddy, hey, wow, looks like you worked really hard for that meal. Yeah, good job. Very, very capable, creature you are. Very. What if you didn't have to work hard for your food though? What if I just gave it to you, and then in return you were my friend, and we could go on adventures together, and just work with me, man. I did not expect to be taken this far out by climbing a tree. I used to be able to do this.
You roll me a charm check. And I'll oppose it by their intuition.
11.
Not
Surprisingly
bad.
bad for me.
They actually don't have an intuition, so I think there's a loyalty chart. Let me double check the exact rules on loyalty.
So that Purloin can understand me. Whenever I was sneaking up, he just didn't freaking care.
Yeah, he just did not care. It was a cat.
You just said, "How you doing here?" and then slashed you across the face.
Yeah,
Alright.
that checks out.
So this isn't an opposed check because it's not another character. So yeah, that'll be enough. That thing's it's gonna be curious enough and sort of try and communicate you through tapping. It's gonna be tapping one of its spider legs against the branch.
Yeah,
And
no, I don't get it. Gothita, what is it saying?
Gothita's gonna look at it, also out of breath. But it looks like Gothita's maybe hamming it
She
up
also
because
climbed the tree?
Gothita was just on your back. She didn't climb at all. She's just hamming it up to act like she did.
Oh,
And she's gonna look at it, and the Spinnerack is gonna give a big old spider smile, sticking out its fangs a little bit, and Gothita is gonna give you a determined yes.
okay. I'm gonna pull a Pokeball out of my pocket and I'm just gonna try and put the spider in it.
It's going to put up one of its arms, almost like a hold on.
Oh.
And you're going to see that it's going to begin nibbling on its food a little bit, and it's going to pull off a piece. It's going to put it onto its head.
Gross.
It's going to carry it over, just take it to you, and then offer it.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
You can see that there's some sort of bug Pokemon that it wrapped up in here.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna quickly shuffle through my pockets, pull my gloves from my team uniform out, put both of them on one hand, and very gingerly pick up the bug chunk.
It looks happy.
Oh, thanks. And then I pretend to put it in my pocket and I just drop it out of the tree.
It's going to look sad, as it
Oh.
wanted you to eat it. So it's going to scutter over,
No,
and then
I'm gonna eat it later. It's okay. I'm just not hungry right now. I had a very big breakfast at noon today. My whole schedule is pretty messed up.
it'll sort of tilt its head, curious, not really knowing what to do with that. And it's going to try to pull its meal to you, as if to can you hold this for me if I'm going to get in the ball?
Let me put you in the ball first so that I have my hands free and I'll get it. Don't worry.
Okay. It'll go into the ball, and it'll do so willingly.
Awesome.
You have caught a spinnerack.
Nice.
You may give yourself 1 experience.
Yeah.
I need to do that for Durst as well. Durst, mark 1 experience on your sheet.
It's just that easy. I don't know why you had to smash a car window about this. Just climb a tree and get really
Hey.
out of breath and then tell him that you'll be his friend.
I tried to tell this thing I'd be its friend, and he freaking clawed my face.
Durst, what are you doing to kill time?
Familiarizing my new Pokemon with Winona.
The Skitty does not like Winona. It keeps hissing and like putting the hair up on its back and trying to hide behind your leg.
Typical cat behavior.
Yeah, it doing cat things.
This is gonna take some time.
So you'll be. How long would you spend on that? And what would you just be trying to like train them during this time?
I'd like to think that I am, I guess, desensitizing them to Winona. I would like to start to get them acclimated to each other.
Okay. Would you just have them in the same vicinity, or what are you doing to achieve that?
I am basically going to be in the same room with them, and I am going to be feeding them. Except every so often, I am going to move. I'm going to move the food just a little bit closer.
All right. And you said that you're in the same room with them. Where are you?
I've probably just headed back to the hideout.
Okay. All right. Well, if that is the
'Cause I
case, then before we do a little time skip, Upton, as you're
Yeah.
exiting and the photo studio and heading towards the exit for the mall, you're gonna hear a couple of people scream, and they're gonna run away from the gym out of the building.
I'm gonna dash over and just kind of peek around and see what's going on.
You'll immediately see that there is this greenish, brownish snake Pokemon that has its head tied in a knot,
Mhm.
slithering
Oh my god,
around,
the consequences of his actions.
slithering around inside the mall. People are running away from it.
I'm gonna think back, just like, how the heck did this thing? I was like, where did this come from? And I'm like, Durst set this thing loose while he was robbing the pet store.
You'll
I'm
look
just,
through the grate to the pet store, and you do see that the cage or the terrarium where um or a cage slash terrarium inside the pet store, the lid to it has it's
gonna pop
propped
loose.
up. Yeah, like this thing is broken out.
I got you. So I'm gonna kind of look at it and be like, I think it's been in a cage and now it's this big open world. It's probably a little spooked. So I'm gonna kind of, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this again. Didn't work with the cat. Let's see if it works with us tonight. So I'm gonna kind of walk up and kind of kneel down. And was like, hey, little guy. Are you okay? Like, how are you scared or what?
It looks tired whenever you're up close. It looks sleepy, and as it's approaching, sort of almost ignoring what you're saying, it's going to begin wrapping around one of your legs.
Oh. Oh, you don't have a heat. You don't have your heat lamp. Oh, you're cold.
You
That's
will
Well, please
feel
let this be
a
the
shiver.
episode that we all get second Pokemon.
you're cold. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna kind of look around. What all is there around me that I could probably see?
There's a couple of onlookers like who are keeping the situation. You'll see that the food court isn't too far off. It's probably warm there. There's a clothing store. One of the onlookers is going to shout that the snake is trying to kill you. It's wrapping around your leg. It's a constrictor.
Like, it's not trying. I'm gonna try. I'll first be like, oh, but and I'm just gonna ignore. It's like, all right, let's see if we can like get you warmed up and gonna kind of. I'll walk towards the food court because like they're cooking there, so it's probably a little more heat being let off by the ovens and probably more people over there. So it might be just a warmer environment in general.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind
So
of
you'll
wander that way. Maybe while we're walking, like
you want
see
to
if
know
I can get
something crazy about this Pokemon real fast?
what.
So this is the first stage, and it is 7 foot 3 inches long.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a big boy.
the big boy. So in that case, I'm gonna try and like pick it up a bit and kind of walk with it. Almost like I'm trying to carry a fire hose.
Okay. Weird Pokemon math. This thing also only weighs 17 pounds. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Got hollow
7.
bones.
I guess. Yeah. You'll pick it up and it'll begin wrapping around your arm all the way up to your shoulder. It's gonna rest its head right there, and you're gonna feel it squeeze really tightly, so much so that your arm is stuck out straight forward, but you'll feel it shivering. It's very clearly trying to get your warmth.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
Oh,
I might make a pit stop and see if I can't find like something I can wrap around my arm or around me to maybe hold some heat in for this thing.
Okay.
This creature is taller than a man is, and yet only weighs about as much as a large cat.
Yep. So I'm gonna kind of walk over, and be like, walk a little closer. I was like, you got like a poncho or a big coat or something I could borrow for just a second?
You said you were heading over to the clothing shop.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick detour, see if I can't find something a little warmer than what I've got on.
Uh, they will see you with this big snake Pokemon all the way up your arm,
Mhm.
and you'll ask if there are any clothes that you can borrow, and they'll be really confused, really taken aback, and they'll say, no, none of our clothes are to borrow, sir. If they're worn at all, we can't sell those. You know,
Okay.
wash them
Like
after
the
they've been worn.
changing rooms.
How much money do I have? Da, 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 da. Is there any? I have like 500 Poké Dollars. Is there anything that you got in here that I can get for that might be able to fit this thing?
You can get this really long sock.
All right. How much is it?
500 Pokédollars. How convenient. Now,
Screw
it
it.
would probably be cheaper because a standard Pokeball is 250 in the tabletop.
Mhm.
So I'll say it's only a 100 Pokédollars for this one mismatched, abnormally long sock.
All right, that will work. I will make the purchase. I will get the sock for the snake.
All right. What does this sock look like? I'll let you design it.
Mm,
Be careful, because as soon as you bring back this snake and this sock, I'm going to turn it into a sweater. The sock, not the snake.
Turn the
uh,
snake into a sweater. Just,
it's gonna be a light brown sock with like darker brown diamonds. It's basically gonna be like a cotton mouth pattern.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
All right.
Argyle.
It looks
Okay.
it looks content.
Yep. So I'm like, you wanna stick with me, buddy? He's like, because you've got your sock and you seem friendly enough.
It'll look over towards the pet shop that you had just passed and look at its cage, then look at you, and it's going to like sink in closer, clearly showing like it doesn't want to go back.
Oh, this thing's cute. All right, little guy.
7-foot
You
long
wanna?
snake fit into that little cage. I was like picturing like a 20-gallon aquarium sort of
Mhm.
size, but that doesn't seem feasible.
No.
Like, all right.
Uh,
Well, I guess that we're buddies now, and I'm gonna pull out one of my Pokeballs that I have left, and gonna kind of hold it in front of him so that he can nudge down. I want to just bonk him on the head with it.
the snake is gonna boop and then in with its suck,
Mm-hmm.
and you have caught a silly cobra.
Hell yeah, I like Silly Cobra. I didn't know that's what that was. That's really good. I'm happy with this.
Cutting over towards Ashton first.
Just when we caught the Pokemon, we could tell the gender of the Pokemon.
I'm gonna let you guys decide on what they want, on what they are ultimately. And over to Ashton first.
I add one experience for this thing, right?
Yes, yeah, and you'll add an
Ooh.
experience.
Beep.
Right.
Right.
You've headed back in the direction of the mall after following Simone for a bit, and going inside to try and regroup. You will see that Upton, right about this time, has just captured a Pokemon. You'll see some sort of Pokemon. You didn't get a good look as to what it is, but it's just been sucked back into a Pokeball.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to him. Oh, look at you, sonny boy. It appears that you have found yourself another partner.
That I did. He's Do I actually know what this thing is?
You do not know.
It's like, yeah, it was this snake Pokemon. I think he escaped from the pet store when old cowboy popped the lid on the thing. I'm gonna walk over and see if there's like a name for this Pokemon on the tank that it was in.
You can try and look through the grate of the
Yeah.
cage, but the store is closed. So it'll be a pretty high check. So roll me a perception. We'll see if you get it.
All right. Perception. There it is. Yep. That I didn't get that.
No. You'll see whatever it is starts with an S, but that'll be all you can make out from where you're at.
I got you. Well, I don't exactly know what it is, but it's a Pokemon and it's a really long snake, but it's really light. So, and he was kind of friendly. I could have just been because I was warm. But
Yes. Very wonderful. I'm very proud of you. He's gonna pat Upton on the shoulder and then walk over to the gym.
it feels condescending, but I'll allow it.
It's Ashton first.
You'll make it to the gym. The door is locked.
Everything he says is condescending, even if it's genuine.
He's a businessman.
What do you do
Fair
at the gym once you make it there?
I'm gonna go around to the side and look through the window into the office.
All right. So heading over that way and peering into the office, you'll see that there is a couch, a desk, chair, some trophies, ribbons. You'll see a TV with it is on a rolling stand. It's got a VHS player, or VCR, and a stack of tapes. And aside from that, nothing out of the ordinary. Very standard office.
What kind of windows are these? Are these like set in the wall or do they open?
Yeah, they're set in the wall, and they are almost like that nearly opaque glass, like murky glass.
Are there any like side entrances to the gym?
Not that you can see. There's two main entrances, right? There's two doors to go inside. Both are locked. You did see them lock them. And you'll be able to see through the door to the second one. This is the second entrance here. This is the main lobby. Um, there are the two entrances, but no other doors to get in that you can see.
Are there? I'm guessing there's still quite a few people around.
Inside, no. Inside they, or I guess in the mall,
Uh,
yes, but
yeah,
the
like outside.
um, yeah, like I said, it's right around whenever everybody is getting off work. That nightfall that you're waiting for hasn't quite came yet, so there are lots of people around.
Can I tell what kind of lock is on?
It is
Like
just
how
like
good of a lock?
I don't know if you'd be able to tell like how good of a lock, but it is just like one of those standard, like just a deadbolt, pretty much.
Gotcha. I'll go ahead. Uh, get back to Upton then.
All right. Ashton Firth will rush back to you, Upton. The two of you stand in the mall. You're the last two remaining members of Team Gambit in the mall. Do you have anything to say to each other?
You figure out anything interesting while you were wandering around?
I just took a little look around the gym, see what we're dealing with here. I feel like there's something inside there that may be of use to us. I did see the gym leader on her way out, and she did bring her Pokemon with her.
Interesting. So we know we're not gonna be able to just go in and pick it up off the desk or anything. So that makes things a little more complicated.
My, my next instinct was just to suggest that we jump her, but that's not very Team Gambit, is it?
Not particularly.
We've got to do this in a showy way.
All right. Ashton Firth, you do see that Upton has gotten his second Pokemon. It seems like he's conducted some business in here. He seems pretty pleased with himself, and you don't see the rest of the team. Uh, where do you think you would want to go from here now that you've still got some daylight to burn before you come back?
Um, what other shops are around?
In the mall, you've got an arcade. The pet shop is closed. There's a clothing store, a photo studio, a fitness center. They do have a theater here. Um, and the mall is so massive that we can create new stores if you so please. So
Hmm.
if there's anything in particular that you're looking for, we can see what we can do about making that.
He's gonna start milling around again and just kind of watching people, looking for more targets.
All right. What sort of scam are you looking to run? Like, what is the mark that you're looking for?
He's looking for like a more high class, like elderly people,
All right.
people who look
Um,
like they've got money.
okay. Um, one moment then, Madeline. Um, what do you think you would do once you've caught your Spinnerack?
Why is my mic not picking? Okay, there we go. First, I'm gonna name the Spinnerack Anansi,
All right.
and then I'm gonna put him in my pocket, look at the bug corpse, shudder a bit, shake my head, and then get down from the tree and start heading back towards the mall so that we can all meet up at the same time.
Okay. You'll climb down, head back towards the mall, um, and it's right around the time that Upton and Ashenfirth are walking around inside. So you've still got plenty of time before it is fully nightfall. Do you want to head in?
Sure, I don't see any other thing I could do. I'm just gonna go hang out with the guys, see if we can run a couple scams together.
Okay. You'll head inside, make your way over to um, or make your way around the first floor. You can see that Ashenfirth and Upton are just walking about the first floor, and you'll catch up to them. They'll let you know that, or Ashenfirth, would you let them know that you're looking to run the scam?
No, this is entirely an internal goal of his.
Okay, all right. Then you will find Upton. You won't find Ashenfirth, and we'll go over to Ashenfirth. Roaming about the mall, what you eventually will find will be an older man in a suit, but the suit is like a curator's uniform, like it's very tweed.
Hmm.
Um, and you'll see him like with these thick rimmed glasses, walking around the mall. He is holding a book in his hand. But he
Okay.
is probably like the only older class individual or higher class individual that you see in this mall.
Ashtonfirth is kind of gonna like walk in this guy's way, to like sneakily bump into him. Um,
Are you aiming for
and
like a? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
uh, to like see if he can like knock anything out of his hands or
Okay.
accidentally.
Roll me a stealth check.
Eh.
You'll bump into him, and he'll sort of like close his book, hold his hands closer to his chest, and just look at you, like
Oh
confused.
dear, sir, I'm so very sorry. I didn't even see you there. Are you all right?
Oh yes, that's quite fine, thank you. No worries. Have
So,
a nice night.
do I know you from somewhere, sir?
Uh, I am the owner of the museum in the Saffron Mega Mall.
Oh goodness, that is quite prestigious, sir.
Yes, if you're a man of science, you might have heard of my work in the reanimation field.
Yes, indeed, sir. How long have you been the owner of the museum?
Next year will mark the 25th anniversary of the museum.
Goodness me, you must be quite a learned gentleman, sir.
I would consider myself so, and he's going to sort of like straighten out um, his jacket a little bit. And Stream is going to look really funky for a minute because Possum said that his computer
Yeah.
restarted. So
Ooh,
everything's going to look very strange till he comes back and puts everything.
It's
There we go.
it's
Okay.
time to
Oh,
get funky.
there
So
we go.
he'll say, "Yes, if you have followed my career, I have 3 degrees, all in historical sciences, related to paleontology, uh, anthropology, and standard history."
yes, quite right. Oh, very good, sir. Would you say that your
The
financials are
hardcore
quite in
staring
order,
at
sir?
you.
I would. He's gonna kind of look at you strange and say, "If you're asking if the museum needs any donors, no, we're quite fine, thank you. We would appreciate, as we can use that money to help young scholars go forward, but we are not hurting for money, no, but any donations are quite appreciated."
But what if I could interest you in something a little more than in donations? In fact, I have a little business enterprise opportunity.
Oh, uh, he'll smile a little bit and say, No, sir, I'm not interested in any expansion of business. I am a man of knowledge, man of progress, of science.
Oh no, sir, of course not. This is more of a nest egg, if you will. I happen to be in possession of some very expensive stocks that I hear tell are going to be quite valuable very soon. Perhaps you could look at expanding your museum a little.
Gonna look at you and do I know you?
The name is Ashton Firth Dean Hobblegrave the Third, sir.
I see. And um, any particular reason that you're approaching me with a business proposition?
I merely recognized you as a man of good stature, sir, and I wish to share this opportunity with
I might be interested. Roll me a charm check.
you. Not my best.
Um, he'll say, but perhaps another time.
Ashton Firth knows when he's been bit, so he's going to wish him a good evening and walk off.
All right. He'll continue going back to reading his book. And Upton, Madeline, the two of you have regrouped. What do you do once you found each other?
Wow, he just keeps doing that, doesn't he? And walk off.
Upton,
I
you
think you're muted.
Oh yeah, he is muted.
Dadgummit. Like, yeah, he does keep doing that. I caught a snake.
Oh, I caught a spider.
I like that train of sentence. Yeah, he does keep doing that. I caught a snake.
Nice, good job. I got a spider. I really, I like promised him that I would keep him fed, and he was like, okay, yeah, sure. It was like really easy. I just like talked to it, and it didn't even like fight back or anything.
Same thing here. Cowboy popped the lid on this thing's cage when he was robbing the pet store, and he was cold, and so I bought him a sock. And
You bought him a sock? I could.
big sock.
Okay, hang on. I could make him a sweater with that. Cut a couple holes. I guess I don't have to cut any leg holes. It's a snake. It doesn't have legs. But you know, I'm a bit. I guess I haven't told you guys this. I'm a bit proficient with garment making. Actually, I started out my work on in the theater in crew rather than cast.
Awful nice. I
Do you
might
want
just
to
take.
go shoplift?
I mean, I'll be like, it'll be just like the meme where he's
Because
like,
he's just walking off talking to random people. I don't have any money to like buy things, and we're a crew. Like this.
I could be convinced I can stand guard because I have a gig where if I get a bunch of photos of Pokemon, I can get some money. But I can tag along and maybe watch guard while you hop in. My stealth is kind of
Awesome.
meh.
Yeah, for some reason I feel like, well, one of our other party members keeps walking off, and the other one also keeps walking off. But I feel like he wouldn't be super happy with me just doing petty crimes. I don't.
Fair.
All right.
Okay.
So if you guys are going to go and shoplift, I would like to specify, are you going to go into stores and steal items, or are you going to try and pickpocket people to earn the money? Because you said that you don't have money to buy stuff, but you do want money.
I said I wanted stuff.
Okay, you want stuff. All right.
You want the stuff.
I will say that there's probably also a Pokemart in the mall. So
Stuff
that could
can
be
also
another
turned
target
into
for you.
money.
So where would Madeline go to shoplift?
We probably shouldn't go back to the same clothing store because they're going to recognize Upton.
Well,
But
no, I don't
I'm
have a
gonna
big
stop
I don't
by.
have a big snake wrapped on my arm this time, so
That's true. That is a very recognizable feature.
yeah, they might have been a
I'm gonna
bit
find
stunned with me wanting to buy a sock for the snake.
some sort of clothing store, I guess.
Okay.
Preferably something high end with a lot of like small little things that can be pocketed and then sold for a lot of money.
All right. Yeah,
You're
you'll
not
you'll
allowed.
find a um a shop that's like that. It's gonna be one that has like those ridiculously priced bags, um, legally distinct whatever. What is a high name brand that would have been popular in the 80s?
I mean, Coach has been popular since the 1880s.
Okay, so we'll say legally distinct Coach.
There's also Louis Vuitton. Um,
Okay, yeah. So
I
so
don't
you'll
know a lot of luxury brands.
you'll find some high quality bags and other clothing items in there, like jackets, tops, bracelets, necklaces, that sort of thing. Um, and you'll head in.
All right.
Do we see any, like, how many
Yeah.
employees are there?
Does an attendant immediately come up to me and start trying to sell me things?
I will say that there are two employees, one at the register currently, and another is helping a different customer. And the one helping the other customer will raise a hand to wave and say, "I'll be right with you."
Does it have a changing room?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So while she's helping the other customer, I just assumed it was a woman. While they're helping another customer, I'm gonna uh like look at these smaller items and not slip them into my pockets, but slip them into the pockets of a jacket that would fit me, or that I think would fit me, frankly.
Okay. Okay, roll me a stealth check to see if you are sneaky.
Oh, I'm
Nice.
very sneaky,
16.
Nice.
Yeah, just like earlier, like
like
a
a
shadow.
ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just start pocketing things. You'll find some earrings you like, bracelets, nice bottle of perfume, and start loading up the pockets in this jacket. And
And then I'm gonna just browse, or like pretend to browse, I guess, while I wait for this attendant to come over here.
they will walk over and they'll say, "Hi, is there anything that you're looking for today?"
Yeah, I really like this jacket. I don't know how well it'll look on me because it's got kind of an intense sort of pattern on it. And I feel like it could be a risk that's worth taking, but I don't really know. Is there like any changing area around here that I can try this on?
Sure, yeah. Do you need a changing room to slip on a jacket?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, not like super wearing a lot underneath the one I'm already wearing. I just,
Oh, yes, of
you
course. All
know,
right. Yeah. And they'll lead you over to the changing rooms and unlock one of the doors for you and let you in.
okay. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna empty the pockets of the jacket that I was carrying into my pockets. I
Okay.
am gonna try on the jacket because I want to see how it looks, but I'm not. I'm not gonna wear it out.
You see that Gothita swiped a bow and is trying to hand it to you to hide it because they want a
Oh my
new
god.
bow for their head.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick it in one of my pockets.
They're going to do like a quick like yes, yeah. And you'll slide it in there, take the jacket off, and then head back out once you've pocketed all the stuff.
I'm sorry, I'm just not super sure, and it was really only the only thing that I saw that interests me.
Oh,
I'm
that
sorry.
that's fine. I'll make sure to put it
Yeah,
back for
and
you. Thank you.
I'm gonna put it on the put away rack and head out.
All right. You were gonna make it off with I'm gonna say that, I mean, because of that stealth roll and because you did that super suave, you probably made it out with about $7,500 worth of stuff.
Not bad.
Yeah. And are you trying to cash this in now, or is this a later thing?
It's a later thing. Honestly, I might keep some of this stuff.
Okay. Then we'll switch over to Durst. Durst, it's finally nightfall. You've been hanging out with your Skitty and Winona. Did you ever come up with a name for Skitty? You can choose
Yeah.
whether it's male or female.
Named them Irma.
Irma, that's right. Yep. All right. So Irma and Winona are with you. Irma's chilled out a little bit. They know that Winona isn't trying to actively kill them, but they still don't like Winona. You can tell that Winona doesn't really care. She's pretty simple, but Irma is definitely like stay away from me, sort of thing.
They'll work on it.
You'll regroup with your allies, and it's late at night outside the Saffron City Mega Mall. We'll say it's about 11 o'clock. And in this time, uh, Jimmy will have returned to P Dove Street. And on your way back to the mall, Durst, you will see Jimmy. He is laying on the ground. Dizzy's trying to.
Investigate.
Okay. Dizzy seems to be like nudging him. You'll head over, check on Jimmy, and Jimmy is covered in bruises and he's bleeding.
Oh no. Should I roll a medicine education check
To do what?
to check on Jimmy's survivability?
He just looks beat up. He just looks like he just got the shit kicked out of him.
All right. This is where I ask the question, can I roll a check to figure out what did it to him?
You can do a medicine education check, yes. 4. You do not know.
Yep, this
No,
definitely looks like a bruising.
yeah, it looks like in line with what common street thugs would do. Dizzy's gonna look to you and sort of look sad and then nudge. You're gonna see one of the other heads, or so one head is going to be nudging Jimmy, and the other head is going to be looking down towards the darker sides of Pito Street and growling.
Are there going to be multiple pedos just kind of hanging out there?
You don't see anything; it's just dark over there.
Hold on, I'm checking my inventory to see if I have some sort of flashlight. I got a sleeping bag, tent, and a. Nope, I don't think I would have anything for that.
Ah, Thirst, what are you
Mm,
doing here?
I was
Thirst,
going to break in. What?
you gotta get out of here, man. He's gonna be like struggling to get himself up to his feet. Say, the P-Dub's back.
I ain't worried about no pedos.
I thought
Jimmy's
this was
gonna
going to be like, oh, he got jumped
I was
by
gonna be
the
like a big
gang.
twist. The tech.
Yeah,
Birds
I
are
was like,
back.
oh shit.
Jimmy
I have
is
a plan.
Jimmy's gonna look at you and say,
Just need the
Thirst,
money, Jimmy.
Thirst, you could do whatever you want with those P-Dubs, but I'm telling you, that ain't a fight you want to pick. And he's gonna, come on, Diz. And they're gonna begin limping away, and Jimmy's gonna say, P-Dub Street ain't old Jimmy's no more.
He just took it back.
Man, this man really got given the hands by birds that don't even have hands.
Not the P-Dubs here.
Do you wanna do you wanna head out and continue with meeting up? Maybe come back to this later.
Yeah, I'll deal with this later. We have business to attend to right now.
All right. You'll regroup with the others at the mall. You all, it is probably 11 o'clock at night. The mall is closed. um, various lights on, just like maintenance lights. So the whole thing is low lit. What do you do?
Look around for any sort of outside breaker box or power coupling.
Okay. Doing a lap around the building. Yeah, you'll find some outside electrical. Um, it is within a cage, because I would imagine. Joxaw, you can help us with this with your electrical
Yes.
knowledge. Would we have to have some sort of large electrical casing for something this size, or would it
Most
even be
like
outside?
I don't know about being outside, but it would definitely be big if it's powering a whole mall.
Okay.
Like you're talking like line all four walls of your bedroom big.
Okay.
Or that might be a bit of a stretch, but big.
Yeah.
It's not just gonna sit on the wall.
You'll
I'm
find
currently imagining like Among Us electrical.
That's
you'll
not
find a
far.
very large boxy structure that is for the that's housing the electrical.
I'm assuming it's got a lock and chain.
Yeah,
Looks at this lock.
just a standard padlock.
Hmm.
These might be a fair Pacific thing. In fact, in that case, the freaking
Just punch it
mall's about to
really
burn
hard.
down.
Hmm.
Punch it.
Let me test this chain. What would I do to, I guess, would this be technology, or
What do you
It's
mean by test
chain.
the chain?
I am testing to see, like, is it a heavy duty chain? Is it just like a normal, like, I'm trying to figure out, is this something that can be busted up by our current level of Pokemon?
Yeah, I mean I would say like a standard chain. I don't really know the grades of chains or anything. It's not like, trying to hold a semi truck down or anything. It's just like looping around the door of a chain link fence with a
Did
padlock.
someone slip, did someone slip a broom in between the door? All right. I'm gonna look for a large rock.
Okay. Um, I would say you probably wouldn't find a large rock in an urban part of the city like this.
Hmm. I
What about
look
the
for
the other three of you? What are you doing during this?
Um, do we know that Durst is doing this?
Yeah, you guys regrouped outside the mall.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So he went off to do the electrical.
yeah, did you go with him? Did you stay where you're at? It's very clear he's like looking for a way in.
I guess I'll also look.
Okay.
Maybe.
They,
Do you think there are any like because this is a tall building? Are there any like um windows or vent grates or something that's like a little too high up for a person to get into?
I'd say yeah,
It might be a little more weak.
yeah, for
Okay.
sure. It would certainly be towards the back of the building where Durst is. Um, but yeah, they would have outside or ventilation that leads to the outside.
All right.
Are the doors locked?
Yes.
Okay. Had to try.
Yeah.
Um,
Good point.
Had to see if they were unlocked. It's like easiest way in right there.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna bring out a Nancy. I'm gonna be like, okay, this is your first task as a one of us, I guess. You see that vent up there? I'm gonna need you to go in there, go through, and unlock the doors for us. Any door,
okay.
just a door.
Turn his head. You roll a command check for me to see if you can follow that. And Durst, you're looking for something that can be used to break a lock. Can you roll a perception check for me?
Very middle of the road.
Durst, you don't find anything around that could be used to break the lock. Madeline, Anansi sort of tilts their head. They think they might understand what you're trying to ask them to do, but they'll crawl up and begin like trying to scooch its way into this ventilation grate and squishing its body down and crawling in. You'll just hear like the faint, and it'll head through the ventilation. Several minutes will pass. During this time, Upton, Ashtonfirth, what are the two of you doing? Upton, I know you checked the front door, but after that,
Let's see. Do I see any like? I imagine it's like a glass door, maybe,
yes.
possibly. Do I see any like cameras or anything noticeable through the doors?
Through the doors, whenever you guys were in earlier, you did see that the mall had cameras. Yes, there are
Gotcha.
also cameras out here.
Okay. Are we like on camera right now?
You are in the front of the building. You are at the front doors. You are on camera. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of. Hmm. Let's see. I know that that spin rack is gonna go and try and open the door. Just looking for a way to turn off the lights.
Would you have grouped back up with them after checking the door?
That's a very good point. I'm probably gonna walk back over to Madeline and be like, "Front door's locked. I'm
Yeah,
kind
I
of
kind of
weighing
assumed
her
it was.
options." Do it.
I kind of assumed it was. The mall is closed.
You never know. Sometimes people forget.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
Well, either we wait until Anansi uh, figures out how to open doors, which shouldn't take long. I mean, he's got like 6 legs, 8 legs. I don't actually count. Or we wait until Durso here gets into the electrical system.
Ashtonfirth, as you're back here with the other three and just sort of looking around as you've been doing, you'll spot something looking down at your group.
From somewhere on the mall building.
It actually looks like it's perched on a concrete wall that sits behind the mall, sort of housing all this stuff in the back to keep people out. So like blocking the back door and where they house the dumpsters and stuff. You can see some sort of shadowy figure sitting atop this wall, staring down at you all.
Okay.
Is he the only one who sees this?
Yes, you are currently in that conversation with Upton and Ashtonfirth as he's just looking around. You spot that looking down.
He's gonna look up at the shadow and say, "Well, hello up there. What do you think you're doing?"
You're gonna hear, ah, ah, and you'll see two more fly down and land next to it.
How tall is this wall?
Probably about 7 feet, taller than like your average person. So,
Certainly taller.
yeah,
me and Madeline hear this thing caw.
yeah, you will hear like a ah. You'll look over,
So I'll
and you'll
turn and
see
look.
these three bird Pokemon looking down at you.
I'm gonna kind of pull up my camera and point it at him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna snap a picture with the flash on.
As you flash, you're gonna see three Murkrow are sitting up there staring down at you.
That is one photo for the nice photograph lady.
This is going
Spooky.
to spook the two Murkrows that had just came down, and they're immediately going to fly away. But that first Murkrow is going to stay there. And it looks more aggravated. You're going to see, because you were just seeing its silhouette before, you see its feathers sticking out in more directions, like it's trying to make itself bigger. And you'll hear more of a "Gah, gah, gah."
Do any of us recognize this thing?
Roll me a Pokemon education check if you want to try.
Alright. I
Going,
shall,
or do we all see this going down?
Yeah, you'll all see this now.
Okay.
Now that it's made noise and up and it's
I
taken a
shall do
picture.
this. Education check 10.
Yeah, you'll recognize it as a Murkrow.
Okay, I was like, right. Got one Murkrow picture.
Nicely done.
You know that a group of
Now
these
you
is
get
called
me.
a murder, and for good reason.
Huh.
Murder Crow.
I'm starting to think that maybe it isn't Beat Up Street.
Do we think that Jimmy just didn't know which Pokemon was trying to attack him?
Put it above him.
What do you do, Ashton Firth? It seems fixated on you.
Ashton
Mm.
Firth is going to use his Beastmaster edge. He's going to call up to the Murkrow. You there! Get down here! Right this moment!
All right. Go ahead and roll that intimidate check. All right. Yeah, it'll call your bluff. It doesn't seem intimidated, but it'll listen to you. And it's going to swoop down in a fashion to fight you. And I think that'll be where we end the session.
Ooh.
Ooh. Going down.
Taking fights with birds.